Temperature's better now. Coats off. Good afternoon, everyone. Just run through the normal with us. Start with questions from broadcast. Darmish is over there. He'll get us started. Move on to the dailies, which embargo till 10:30 tonight. You should all have the squad news on your phones that was sent around earlier. If not, it is on club channel, so you can pick it up there as well. Darmish, do you want to get us started? Thank you.
Hi, Mauricio.
Hi, hello.
After a difficult week, can you just give us an idea of what the mood is like around the club just now?
No, it's okay. It's okay. We feel disappointed because we expect to win the last 3 games and we didn't win. Olympiacos, we were leading the game 2-0 and then draw. We deserve to win against Leicester. When you assess the game, it's amazing that we didn't win this game. And of course, Colchester, disappointed because when you play again a League 2 team and you don't go through, of course, you cannot feel happy, you cannot be happy. Very disappointed. That is the beauty of the cup. And of course, it's a period that we cannot feel happy. But this type of period, when arrive, you need to face, to give your face, to put your face there and be strong and with dignity to take the responsibility, everyone, to try to turn this dynamic in a positive dynamic.
Earlier this week you talked about having an unsettled squad. You talked about having a squad with different...
When?
After the Colchester game.
Yeah, but you used to me, when you ask me, I need to answer. And you expect from me to be honest. But when you... because you are so clever, when you ask me, you make me to talk, and after you use my words and my speech, and of course, for me, this type of situation that I was talking on the past, today are on the past. Of course, I some collateral consequence or damage that happened that we need to fix. And we are in the moment that we are fixing problems to try to be better and start to get the result that we expect, win the games. We are not so far away because I think our performance are not as bad that the feeling or the emotion that or the atmosphere that we create. But I think I am sure that we are going to start to win games and performance well, and only we need time to find the solution. We are trying to find the solution.
So when you look at your squad now, do you feel they're united? Are you confident that everyone...
Yes, we are united. We are talking. We are now trying to work harder, being strong. Of course, we understand very well football. We are not the young people managing a club like Tottenham that we don't know what is going on. We know very well that when you don't win, it's important to have the balance, to keep the balance, and not be affected for many rumors or many things that can affect in a worse way. And rather to find solution, you are going to be worse. That is, I think, the experience that we have to try to manage this type of situation and helping the player to feel free to performance, because on then we need to create a good atmosphere and good energy to extend to recovery the good way that and the way to start to win games. Because on then we are not guilty about nothing wrong. It's only that in some game that we were leading, like Arsenal or Leicester or Olympiacos, we didn't keep the result that we expect. But I think the team in the performance overall, I think was doing similar or better than last season, but the results are different for different circumstances. And you know very well that I no escape about my responsibility. It's our responsibility, and now our responsibility is to try to keep calm and, of course, working hard, be right in our assessment and helping the player to performance. And for sure, we have quality players that are going to performance.
Can I ask how you are at the moment?
Relax.
And is this the most difficult period you've had at Tottenham?
No. The most difficult was the first season. And then during this few seasons were tough in some period. But, I am so relaxed. I become more relaxed when in this difficult moment or tough moment. Because on the end, it's only one result. If we rather to lose the game against Leicester, how we deserve to win 3 points more. We are third on the table, and all are talking about fantastic season, fantastic performance. Wow, what a quality player! What an amazing coaching staff and manager. Because with all the circumstances again, we are performing in the best way. We are winning games, and we are third in the table in the top 4. It's only one game that was like this. It's no offside, was 2-0 and the game over, was disallowed the goal and then we conceded. That's how the thing is so, the line is so thin that can be in one or another, and sometimes in football happen that you don't have the luck that you deserve. And for us is never give up, keep working hard, and we are so confident because we have the quality to perform better and get the best result that we can.
You spoke about fixing situations, and potentially one of the opportunities is in January to fix the situation. Was that like maybe a reference to what happened in the summer? Were you happy what happened in the summer?
Yeah. Again, is how we you consider my words and how you can. Sorry, sometimes I use some words that maybe for means different, or I want to translate some no information but some feelings that maybe not arrive in the way that I want to translate to you. But I am happy. We have the squad that we have, and now we need to perform with the squad that we have. We need to accept that, and my responsibility is to create that dynamic that make us to be all together and start to performance in the way that we want. But more than performance is more about the result that we didn't get the result that we expect. I think we were leading a lot of game, and it's not easy to have a positive result in a stadium like Manchester City. Look what happened with all the opponents that after visit Manchester City, and it's not easy to go there and be positive and take the draw and play well. Or again, Arsenal 2-0 up, leading the game, deserve to win, but we draw. Again, Leicester, that of course they are doing well. We were better, and Olympiacos, that no one win there, or different club that were there never win, and for us 2-0, and for different circumstances. Okay, that is a circumstance sometimes that are against you, and it's a situation that you need to be tough and fight against that, and you need to give your best to change the dynamic, that negative dynamic that after increase because, of course, that is football and that is the business when you win and the people expect that you win. Of course, the pressure and the atmosphere is going to change around but our responsibility is to keep this bubble and that not be affected for the comment. When are not so good and when are so good, to stay relaxed and calm too, no?
As the pressure builds, as you say, does your relationship with Daniel Levy get affected at all?
No,
with results, but also what happens in transfer windows as well.
That we move on. From the summer, we move on. we were together in Milan in the FIFA Awards, the best. I don't know if you watch the picture, but I think he came with me, with Jesus, with my wife, with Steve Hitchin. I think it was a very nice time to spend together and talk about many things. If we are not in a good way, if we don't have a good relationship, I think to spend a time, 2 days together in one day, I think was. But to spend time together, I think it's no point if you don't have a good relationship. One thing is the responsibility that is to be here in front of you, be a manager, my responsibility with the team, with the club, professional responsibility with the fans. Another is my human relationship, my personal relationship, that I can be agree or not agree, but that is not going to change my personal relationship. Never is personal, always is my ideas to try to share with the people that can share with you, and try to get the benefit of the club, because my interest is to win. My interest is to provide the club the best tool to try to achieve all that the club want. And sometimes, not always, that happen in all the company. You cannot be maybe sometimes with the same, or you cannot share the same idea, but that is normal. That happen because the vision of everyone is different. But again, I tell you, it's not any problem. Now we move on after the transfer window, and now we need to find a way to start to win games, and of course that is not nice, to feel or to have again, because I think during nearly 5 years was all prize for Tottenham. How good we are, how we work in different way, how nice is the coach, how nice is the coaching staff, how nice is the club. And now, if we deserve to be criticized, we need to accept that. If we don't get the result that the people expect, and of course, we need to accept the criticism, and we need to accept that sometimes the critics, can make you realize that maybe we need to wake up in something that we need to evolution. In the evolution, we need to maybe to find different way to have the possibility to evolve. And I am so in this way. I am so relaxed because you cannot live forever in a happiness world. Up and downs happen, and in football more than in life.
Just final one from me, Mauricio. You mentioned the criticism. Some of the criticism has come from some Tottenham fans. From some Tottenham fans.
It's normal. The fans always are right to criticize. The fans are only the people that you need to accept the criticize and not complain about that. They are always right to express their feelings and their emotion. The fans are emotional. The fans want to win always. The fans love the club. The fans love the player. The fan sometimes love the coaching staff or the manager. Sometimes, but of course, you cannot say nothing about the fans. The fans keep alive that game that is so beautiful, that football, and because of the fans we are here, and that is why they are always right to give their opinion. You're welcome.
Some fans this week, I think misguidedly, but some fans this week have said that off the back of losing at Colchester, maybe you've taken the team as far as you can. How would you react to that?
No, I accept. When you no win a game, you need to accept that you were wrong. For sure. If you say to me now, if I knew that I'm going to lose the game, for sure I play with different team. Maybe I play with the under 23 or the under 18. It's normal. When you lose the game, you cannot say, I was right. You cannot be arrogant. You cannot feel that your decisions always are right and are good and with the good timing. You need to be a person that accept the critics. And of course, when you no win, you are right. You don't have the right, and you need to accept that you can make a mistake. And of course, I truly believe that with the team that we designed and the plan to play again a League 2 team was enough to win. But wasn't enough, because football is the beauty of football. Happened yesterday on the result and can happen in the future. Yes, it's like this. That is the beauty of the cup. And I'm not complaining about the performance of again Colchester. I think we made the effort, we ran, but for different circumstances we didn't create a lot, or we didn't have the chances, we didn't score, and happened. But we need to keep going. But of course, accept the criticize, and when you win, you don't have right. Always you need to accept and try to be again to try to design different plan or the same plan, or I don't know, or to find a different solution to try to be close again to win when you compete again.
So although we've got to Champions League final and several domestic finals, third in Premier League, you still think there is much you can achieve here?
Sorry, you can repeat it.
There's still a lot you think you can achieve here. You don't think what you've done so far is the limit of what you can achieve with Tottenham?
No, because I think with all the circumstances again, like was a circumstance different last season, no one believed in us. Last season we started the Champions League, leading the game again Inter de Milan, and losing the game in the last few minutes, if you remember. That I was talking about the cows, remember, on the press conference. Was a disaster. Everything was a disaster. What the disaster was, Tottenham no sign for first time in the history. All was again. And on the end we got the final of the Champions League. Not this season, okay. We were a little bit active in the transfer market, and okay, we signed present but future players, young players that need time. Bad luck with some players that got injured, And of course, when you play the final of the Champions League, no one is the same after to play the final of the Champions League, because the perception is different, because the expectation is different. Okay, all that happened again, create a different circumstance that is new for the club again, and we need to try to find solution like last season. But I am convinced or sure that we are going to perform as well, and we are going to fight. Of course, now we have one competition less, but maybe last season. That was, when we played the semi-final of Carabao Cup against Chelsea, a 2 game that we lost in penalty too. Maybe the second part of the season, fighting for the Champions League too, was and some circumstance that some issue didn't help us to perform, or we were more focused in Champions League than in Premier League, or we dropped a little bit in our performance in Premier League. But always that circumstance, when you assess the performance of the team, you need to include all the circumstance that is normal now. When the people talk about the team and it's going to compare different seasons, different circumstances, it's normal. The tendency or the tendencia, the trends. The trend is normal. If we lose again Colchester, no one. I promise, I never expect that you are going to talk or the people is going to talk positive. It's normal that you are going to try to find a way to show that Tottenham is not the same that previous season. But that is normal. After that is my 6th season here, and I need to accept. I'm going to fight because I don't like to lose, but I think altogether we are going to find a way to start again to win and change that feeling that is not good.
On Tuesday, you were talking about problems in the last third. What's lacking?
In the last
third, what's lacking there?
Yes, I think we didn't find a way to score. I think for different, again, in some points we missed the quality, we missed the last pass, the last shoot. Yes, of course, it's not easy to accept that when you play again a League 2 team and you dominate the game and you have the possession, and you have the player that you have on the pitch, not score one goal. But we finish with Son, Eriksen, Dele Alli, Lucas Moura. Okay, I accept. Maybe I was wrong, but I really believe that with this team on the pitch, you can win. But it wasn't like this. And sometimes in football you cannot find explanation. You can watch 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times the game and say still what happened, and you cannot explain. And you cannot explain yourself why. And for the players sometimes happen the same.
Moving on to Southampton now, they won 4-0 on Tuesday in the League Cup. What are you expecting from them on Saturday?
No, I expect a very tough game. Southampton is a very good team. Of course, I feel a special thing for Southampton, my former club, my first club in England, and they gave me the possibility to be in England, to learn English, to know this amazing country, and I think to be part of this, the better league in the world, the better football in the world. I only can say amazing thing about Southampton. I still keep very good relationship with all. Of course, I'm now talking about the team. They have very good player, great manager, and of course they are doing a fantastic job. And of course it's going to be tough because now the opponent is a massive motivation to come to play Tottenham. Was the finalist of the Champions League last season. Of course, we are a target for our opponent to play in our amazing stadium, the best stadium on the Europe, and always is a motivation. Like was motivation was a big motivation to play on Wembley, and yes, we need to find the balance for us between all these things. But of course, my expectation is going to be a tough game, like all the Premier League are.
What do you want to see from your players on Saturday?
No, I expect more than to feel comfortable playing, freedom to play, freedom to make the mistakes. I want to see them translate the same energy that when we play against Palace. And of course, I hope that we can create a good atmosphere during the game to try to help the team to achieve that we want, that is the 3 points.
Okay, finish with Jack. Or do you want? So, okay, we've got Ian and then finish with Jack. We'll make it quick with both, okay?
Mauricio, what do you say to the critics and the pundits that say that something's not right at Tottenham?
I said the same than before. I respect all the opinion. And if we lose again Colchester, it's normal that not only the pundit, the people, the fans, they can be worried about what happened because we lose against Colchester. That is normal, that they are concerned about if something happened here. But that is, you need to accept that this type of situation happened. 5 years ago was the same, or worse, or 6 years ago was worse. Because when we arrived here, never before Tottenham played the final of the Champions League, or never was a contender to be on the top 4, how we were. Yes, now we put Tottenham in a different level, and the expectation is massive. And of course, if you win one game against Colchester, you cannot expect from the pundit or from the people talking highly about us. It's normal.
And you talked about solutions. What is the biggest problem that you face?
Well, different circumstances that happen on the team that we need to work. I think when you assess, because that is our responsibility, all the coaching staff made the same. I think in our percentage, in all that is in possession, in offensive situation, I think we are better than last season. But after it's about when you don't have the ball, I think we need to be more consistent, because that is the problem that we are in the moment. Collectively, we need to press better. We need to be more tough out of possession. It's true that we improve our percentage of in possession, that we dominate more than last season, but I was talking with some players. Say it's like when you say with your friends, "Come on, go to play 4v4, 5v5." It's normal. No one wants to go to the goal. We say, "Come on, okay, we are every 5 minutes we are going to rotate," and then you want to play with the ball. You don't want to chasing people and running behind to the ball. And that the balance, that maybe we lose this balance in between. We want the ball more than before. We dominate maybe more the games. We create maybe more chances. We shoot more. But the another game that when you don't have the ball, to be all together, to be in the same page, to the will to recover the ball, I think we drop a little bit in this collectively. Of course, it's affecting because the picture is when the opponent scored the goal, and always is going to appear the keeper and then the central back and the full back, the holding midfielder. But I think we drop a little bit in this, and that is not about talking about talent. It's not talking about positional game. That is about that we need to recover this aggressivity and all together to be in the same page and enjoy the same when you have the ball and when you don't have the ball. That is for me is the key point that we need to fix. Is the problem on the team, because leading the game how you are leading and then lose the game is because we need to be more ruthless, more stronger, more tough, more aggressive. Because it's normal, no? If you are losing the game, you are going to go forward, and you need to keep your composure. Oh, my English is coming worse. Yes.
You were asked earlier how far you could take it, how much further you could take it.
But I still believe that we can. Yes.
How hard is that next step?
It's hard. We are looking for different clubs that are in different way than us. I don't want to say or talk about names or clubs, because I don't like the comparison. But how tough is to be in the last stage is difficult, because it's not only to be in the last stage. Maybe you can appear there in some period. The most difficult thing is to keep this and performance and be consistent there.
And can Tottenham achieve it with you?
I believe yes, and I hope yes. If not, you are going to see quick.
Mauricio, statistically, your team does not press as much as they did maybe 2 or 3 seasons.
But you listen my answer.
I did, yeah, I did.
I think it's the perfect answer, no? You don't need to ask me again. We know very well that we need to increase without ball our aggressivity and togetherness and the will to chasing people, to run, and desperate to recover the ball as soon as we can. I think you can, if you want to ask me again, but it's going to be repetitive and boring, my press conference on there.
So you haven't changed your philosophy on pressing at all?
No, because it's not about, we are not talking about system, we are not talking about philosophy, methodology, or that is about that we were talking before, and my answer, I think, was clear, no? That we need to recover again.
Okay. We have the cameras off now.